One or two comments here. Fabian Akaise says the truth of this issue is that the tribal issues in Lagos is purely political. The last elections saw the manipulation of Igbos into thinking that the election was for an Igbo to be president. So the Lagos state government must pass a law that punishes tribalists in the state. We rarely hear about this crisis until elections. This is unpardonable and has to stop. Also, Igbos must respect Lagos. Ola Babalola is asking you a question. He says, BKO, do you think the Igbos could ever rule this country with their current approach to politics?
To win an election in our country, you need the buy-in of other tribes, especially the dominant tribes. Peter Obi did not win the election. No matter how much he tries to convince people that he was the winner of the election, it's an impotent effort on his part. He didn't win the election. He couldn't have won because he only dominated the election in the Christian-dominated states. Christian-dominated states. In any state dominated by Muslim, Peter Obi didn't come close to winning. I want to talk of winning. His best performance in the far north, his best performance was in Kaduna State, and he only scored 21% of the votes. For you to win an election in Nigeria, you must have cross-country support across board, support not limited to your ethnicity, not limited to your religion. A situation in which you win only in places where people of your religion vote en masse for you, you will never be president. Buhari and Peter Obi are very similar. Buhari contested the election 3 times and lost because he could not penetrate southern Nigeria, because he could not win in states dominated by Christians. So Buhari would dominate the election in the far north, but still fall short. If you look at the 2011 election, you will see that Goodluck Jonathan had the spread. He did well in the north central. He did well in the southwest. He did well in the southeast. Buhari only did well in the far north. Peter Obi is similar to Buhari because Peter Obi only won in states where you have Christian majority. And I will say that even Lagos has Christian majority. It is clear because he won in Lagos, the presidential election. Look at Osun State, as I've said in the past. Osun has, in terms of percentage, Osun is the southwest state with the highest percentage of Muslims. It was PDP that won Osun State, not Peter Obi. You know? So you've got to have the spread. The Igbos need to work with the dominant tribes. They need to reach out to the north. They need to reach out to the north. And when they can convince the north that they are a good partner to work with, that the north does not need to fear them or have the kind of reservations that they have for them, they will get the support of the north. The biggest chunk of the votes are in the north. And once they get this buy-in of the north, once a candidate from the east gets the buy-in of the north, the east will coast home to victory, because I'm sure it won't be difficult for them to get the support of the south-south, the support of the southeast, even the north central, where you have a good number of states with Christian majority. You know, states like Plateau, states like Benue, states like Kogi has Christian majority. You know, so once you have that, you'll be able to coast home to victory. But dominating election in places where your religion is in majority, you will never win. The
Absolutely.
People who crafted our constitution made it difficult for any sectional leader to be able to win election in our country. It's not going to happen.
Absolutely.
Because you need thirds in 24 states. You will never get 2/3 in 24. I mean, you never get 25% in 24 states of our country if you do not have the required spread. If your support does not cut across ethnicity and other divides. So that is the problem that Peter Obi has.
Right.
People will say, oh, he won the same number of states. It is not the number of states that you won that matters. Tinubu did not have to win so many states, but he came second. He was very competitive in most of the states.